Welcome back, everybody. I have the great honor of meeting with a star of collecting pop culture, the man himself, Slobby Robby. How are you doing today?
I am excellent. Good morning to you.
Thank you for making it this morning. You've had a busy schedule here at ToyCon.
By the skin of my teeth, by the skin of my gold teeth.
and they're a mighty fine set. I mean, and goodness, look at the rings that you've got too. I'm just
Sometimes you just gotta not wait in line at the bank. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Just take one off, cash it in, and move along. I gotta know. So, I actually have been seeing the promos for your Netflix show coming up all the time. And tell me a little bit more about your show and like what you guys cover.
Okay. Yeah, it's Slobby's world, man. It's my world, so to speak. Not only my store, Generation Cool, it's all 80s and 90s vintage, and we buy, sell, and trade. So it's the world inside my store, behind the scenes with me, but also us traveling and doing buying and selling trips and all the adventures in between, all of that.
And the store is located in Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona, and we're opening another store right here in Las Vegas in about 3 weeks.
You got a hard date for that open?
Yeah, March 30th.
March 30th.
Yes.
And we're going to try to sneak in there with our body pack cam and stream from there and show you a little bit about the inside of that store.
Bro, I'll show you a special way to sneak in through the back.
All right. That makes me slightly afraid. But
okay, so through the side.
Have you seen any gems lurking in ToyCon so far? Like, have you seen some stuff that you're just like salivating
dude,
over?
Yes. Yesterday we were closing up, and one of my staff goes, rah. I'm a big Mr. T guy, obviously, probably the only man that I've ever looked up to, so to speak. I'm a huge Mr. T collector. There was an old Mr. T coloring book, never been colored in, dead stock, all these great images I've never even seen as a Mr. T fan.
Right.
And I bought that right away. I bought a big Jimmy Walker Dynamite doll. I bought a giant Chewbacca.
They made a doll of Jimmy Walker? Does it say
Dynamite?
Dynamite?
Right there. It says Dynamite on his chest.
Nice.
It's sick. And then someone came up and goes,
Good times every day after school.
Someone came up and goes, "Is that a black elf on the shelf?" And I was like, "Yes, yes." So I picked up a few things yesterday that were complete steals, and things I'm not only going to keep for my collection, but also things I'm going to resell in my store. And today, actually, we have a whole bunch of cash that we brought with us to walk around and patronize all the local toy sellers.
Nice. And we had another toy connoisseur, Johnny. I asked him the same question, and what's the most magical thing you ever encountered? The thing that, like, you still remember, like, oh, my God, I can't believe I ran into that and I found that.
Oh, man, me, when I was a kid, He-Man, Masters of the Universe was a big deal, and I remember really, really wanting to be Skeletor one year. And I remember having to settle and being He-Man because they were sold out. In the 80s, there's no websites to order. When the costumes are sold out, you're just not going to find
when Kmart
it.
didn't have the plastic face costume anymore,
So
it was
this
out.
was it.
Done.
No. So this is a plastic base. So a classic Cooper style mask with the body, suit and the shield and the sword. Anyway, and I ended up being He-Man, and it was great. On the show, actually, we found we were at this local swap meet in Arizona, and we found that old Skeletor costume in the box, and it's the Italian version where the sword glows in the dark. So, if anything, it was a sign from God that I needed to be Skeletor for Halloween. You know what I mean? Again. So anyway, I was really excited to find it.
Were you able to be Skeletor for Halloween finally?
Yes.
That's
Halloween.
That's dream fulfillment right there, man. That's the way the world should work.
So yeah, the answer is absolutely that would be for me. It just the nostalgic chemistry that happens in your brain, and you didn't remember what the packaging looked like, and then I remember now. Oh, I wanted that, and now I have it.
I did the same thing. I saw some Mego figures over there, and I think I forget which TV show they were from, but I was looking at the stand, and I was like, holy crap, they made those, and then like there was this rush of, like, as a kid, seeing those in the stores at some point, and then knowing that I wanted them.
Yes.
It's hard to deny, right? It's that little voice inside you saying, yeah, you need this now.
I mean, it's art, It's art that holds energy that you kind of keep. It's kind of sculptural art that you can keep and have as almost your pet. So as a kid, it's, whether your friends aren't available to play or you didn't have friends, a lot of kids played with toys. And, our generation, action figures were big. And I have a lot of emotional attachment to action figures in general.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, I can remember like individual sessions of playing with my friends in the dirt with like GI Joes and stuff. Like,
oh, GI Joe, dig some tunnels, blow up the bad guys with the firecrackers.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe one of them gets amputated.
All right. Well, yeah. It was when the rubber band in the middle would break.
Oh.
That would be like, yeah, you're done. That's the injured pile over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm glad we both did that. Feel better.
All right. Yeah. No, it's not just you, sir. It's not just you. So, what was? Do you remember like what got you collecting in the first place? Like the thing that you picked up and you're like, I need more of this.
Yeah. Definitely toys first. He-Man, G.I. Joe, all the way into X-Men and some of the newer stuff in the early 90s. Then I got into sneakers and clothing. So Polo, Tommy Hilfiger, things, status symbol type of brands in high school that the kids who seemed like they were, doing well and maybe had a little side job.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff I started wearing. And then I became an adult and I realized I wanted all the toys that I couldn't afford when I was a kid. I also wanted all the sneakers. And I realized it was all kind of one thing and that I was really just interested in collecting, in general and regaining not only my childhood, but maintaining all those classic styles that I grew up with.
Right. Getting back to it and like kind of filling those.
You get, I think when you're a grown up and you start collecting again, or collecting, your childhood stuff, it's a really fun feeling. And also you realize, okay, there's healthy hobbies out here. I have a job. I'm a grown up. I can afford to buy things on eBay every couple of weeks. So it's a healthy hobby that's not gambling and going out to bars and cheating on your wife.
Exactly. I remember when I was a kid, my mom would always tell me, next time we come to the store, we'll get you that thing. Or, if you want to get some ice cream, it's like when you're an adult, you can buy all the ice cream you want. Well, we're adults. Go buy yourself some ice cream or some toys, all you like. That's.
I would say that is a huge mantra for me, man. I always tell people, do whatever you feel like doing when you wake up in the morning, whether that's riding on a slip and slide or finding something on eBay or, whatever you do that makes you happy. I think collecting is a very healthy habit.
Yeah, no, it's pretty great, and it's neat to meet a lot of people who have the expertise in all the different things. And like when you enjoy a niche thing and you are able to come to a con and encounter somebody who you could actually have, a cogent conversation about something that's a little obscure.
Sure, like I'm in the Garbage Pail alley, with my Garbage Pail Slobby Robby art, and all of a sudden, I'm realizing there's a subculture of just, Garbage Pail Kid, gross out card fans.
Right.
And they're very passionate, very knowledgeable, and the artwork is fantastic.
Yeah.
They're really true. They're all doing paintings of, Garbage Pail Kids were all originally paintings.
Yep.
And so all these amazing artists are doing reinterpreting old Garbage Pail Kid stuff, but with Pulp Fiction or modern.
Yeah, these are like fine. These are pop art guys and they're great. Yeah, there's displays here that are just phenomenal. Speaking about the Garbage Pail Kids, we had them on earlier. Do you have a favorite Garbage Pail Kid?
So my nickname Slobby Robby came from a Garbage Pail Kid.
All right.
Right. So that would have to say.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I said it, I was like, wait, Slobby Robby was totally a Garbage Pail Kid.
It was a Garbage Pail Kid, and my shirt now is a reinterpretation of the original Garbage Pail Kid of Slobby Robby. I'm a purist, so Atom Bomb, the first Garbage Pail Kid with his head exploding.
Yep, that's the iconic one.
Detonator. I'm a huge Atom Bomb. I just love the image. And then some of the grosser they get from there. Anyone who's getting rolled through a pizza roller or getting chopped up with a knife, I'll get into the gross ones after that.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the horror ones myself.
Yeah,
because it's just
good call.
It's just something that kind of takes the edge off it, right? Because it's a little bit of humor in it. There's a little bit of story, and you can kind of go as far as you want in your imagination about their backstory.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you find the one that was your name, or you find one that was your friend's name, or a girl you liked, and the rhyming too. Rhyming is always fun. We all like to rhyme.
The wordplay is great. It's great.
Yeah.
So what's the weirdest thing what do you think the weirdest thing, or the other option that we were talking to our friend Johnny about was like, what's the strangest thing that somebody like brought out of like dug up out of the yard and like brought to you and was like, hey man, do you want to buy this? Like, what's the weirdest?
Well, I'll tell you
piece
right now. People have definitely tried to sell us their underwear, and they're like, it's Polo, and I'm like. I've had people try to sell me their dirty shoes off their feet, and they're like, they're vintage, bro. And I'm like, we don't buy shoes off of feet. Like, what are you going to do when you leave? I've had people bring me great things, game-worn jerseys by famous athletes. And I've had people bring me stuff that was from their dead grandpa who like just died the day before, or within a few days, and that's awkward. You know? They got the obituary, and so I would say recent deaths would be the one thing that make me feel.
That seems like
awkward.
an odd negotiating stance. Like at that point, they're like, you're like feel bad, like oh I can't.
They're like please.
Yeah, is anything?
It's the least you could do.
We still got to bury this guy.
I mean, talk about energy being attached to items.
That seems like the oddest conversation ever.
I'll trade him for a garbage pail kid that says "Dead Fred."
That is the right response, I think, sir. That is the right response. And then go back to your show, Slobby's World. We just grabbed this off the internet, so a little low res, but
oh man, we like it like that.
He looks better in person, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I've lost 15 pounds.
Good job, man. That's hard work. I did a little bit myself last year. It's tough.
It's all good. I didn't know I was allergic to wheat, and so on the show, if you see, I have a lot of allergic reactions on my face, and I look like I'm 15, all over again. But that's all right. That's real life.
You look great in person. How is it working with Netflix?
Yeah, I know. Oh, excellent. I shot my show with an independent media company, Brian Graydon Media. They're affiliated with VH1 and MTV, and we sold the show to Complex, and it aired online, and then it gained popularity and resold to Netflix. And working as a star on Netflix has been like the most fun of my entire life, because you're really expanding your fan base out to the general public, to so many homes. Everyone buys a TV now, and the remote comes with a Netflix button.
Yeah.
You don't have to hit the subscription. You can just watch it for those first 30 days. They're a very smart company. I really love their politics, actually, and what they do for the community and education and arts. And I really love their programming, so I really couldn't be more proud of where we landed.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you can see Slobby's World on Netflix right now. There's a ton of episodes up. And we're going to check out a few more stuff from the rest of the show. A few more folks coming around today. We've got a couple more celebrities for you. I'm super grateful. Thank you so much, Robbie, for joining us
thanks
today.
for having me, man. I had a blast.
It's been a pleasure meeting you, and we'll talk to you again soon.
We'll
get an update.
All right, we're going to work on our rhymes next time, bro. And we're going to go back and forth, and we're going to have a little Garbage Pail Kid rhyme off.
A little freestyle rhyming. Garbage Pail Kids names. I'll remember as many as I can. I'll bring them to you at the store opening.
Okay.
And we'll do it live on camera.
Okay, dope.
We'll do like a little Garbage Pail Kids rap freestyle.
All right, dope, man. That's a deal.
On the 30th.
Thank you, sir. Right. March 30th, West Sahara. Generation Cool, Las Vegas.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.